How is it going, everybody? My name is LC, and today we are here with another Marvel Mystic Mayhem video. It is basically the end of the month, and what better way to end the month than to do a monthly tier list video. This will be the first ever monthly tier list video that we have, and how I'm going to structure it is just basically the characters who I enjoy using and like what I feel like are the, I guess, the best or like the most usage out of this month, and like how they're just, you know, are upheld with this month. So again, this is very subjective, a list of mine. You don't have to agree with it. If you disagree or have any other opinions about it, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, as for right now, this is just the list. Will I be explaining all of them? I'll explain a good portion, but not like every single character, because I don't want the video to be like 50 minutes long. So, you know, just bear with me, of course. But this is my list. Some of these characters will be interchangeable, of course. But yeah, we're starting off with should we start from bottom to the top? Oh man, okay, let's start from, well, okay, we all know, like, thing is, Black Knight, he has like one decent thing about him. I think it's a second life, but that's about it. That's as simple as that. Mr. Negative, he can be good for some missions, but not good for everything, so it is what it is. He has great dispel with his ability, but you know, it's not bad. But like, again, other options. Man Thing isn't bad necessarily. It's just like the options that are there already that I have, I don't really need to use, you know what I mean? So like, I'd rather, you know, like just use somebody else. But however, like his boy things, right, those are very useful to have extra, like, you know, characters on field. But again, you know, like Thread can do that. Even though he doesn't have the healing, you know, Thread can do that and, you know, manipulate it to however he wants it, right? I'm going to skip past the B, go back, like just jump up to straight to SS, because I'm sure you guys want to know why I put these characters at SS, right? So first off, I'm not saying, this is not in order, by the way. This is just like all in one place. So first off, Invisible Woman. Let me tell you something, man. I think she is probably like the second best character that released in like this month. Like I'll stand by that. Her utility is just fantastic. When she released, I will say though, because how she wasn't initially made like this, was a mistake, but like her ultimate was 200 energy, and it was not supposed to be like that, because if you use her ultimate that quickly, she's always going invisible. Like, that's going to be hell to you for you to fight, right? But they changed it to 300 because that's how it was originally intended. But the stuff she provides, you know, going invisible, you know, applying blind, you know, buffing up the ultimate attack for your teammates and whatnot like that, and then applying shields too, like that. She's so good, man. Like, she's like a staple on most of my teams, whether I'm using the Fantastic Four team or I'm just using like my own like composition. She's just honestly fantastic character to be on there. So me personally, if you don't have her, invest in her 100%. She's really good. Like, as a control unit, she's fantastic. She's like right up there with Doctor Strange. Even though she doesn't supply healing, she does have a great amount of support in her kit. Next up is Captain America. Boy, were we wrong about him. We were so wrong. At first, when he released, we're like, dang, this guy sucks. we were like, man, this guy's not good anywhere. Like, where do you put him on? Like, yada yada. We were dissing this man, but no, we judged too harshly. This man provides too much things. Someone said it the best. I don't know where they said it. It might have been in the Discord, or I don't know. But someone said Captain America is not a defensive unit. He's a support unit, but he's just like wrapped in a defensive, like, you know, I guess, label. And that makes the most sense to me, because like everything in his kit is mainly like, you know, supportive, like oriented. He provides the defensive buffs for his teammates. He provides the, you know, the offensive buffs for his teammates, things like that, mana, you know, manipulation, things like that. Because again, if you don't have, like, you know, if you don't have Dream Queen and you have Captain America, like, he's the substitute, obviously, and vice versa, right? So like he's just him. He's honestly, again, his damage isn't the best, but that's not where he, you know, excels at. What he excels at is the buffs he provides, right? So if you stick him on with someone who gives, you know, the team shields, because he can give shields too with his defensive part of his ultimate, it's just a good old time. Like, you will not go wrong investing in Captain America. He's level 65 for me currently. I want to get him to level 70, but with the new content update coming, I think within 2 days, at the time of this video it's going to go out, I need to level up more of my characters. I need to get them up to at least level 60. I'll feel more comfortable with them being at level 60, so I can have more options to use. Because, don't get me wrong, I love using like my 3 characters right here, but like I want to try some other like team compositions and stuff, right? Because there's more characters to use in game. So moving on, Scarlet Witch. You guys already know, like basically highest damage output in game. I got a dupe of her. If you missed a summon video recently, got a dupe of her, and I put it into, I think it was Heart 1, and it allows her to, whenever she eliminates an opponent with her Chaos Blades, I draw that same card back. So I can just keep rinsing and repeating that over and over. It gets so fun to do. But yeah, high damage output, melts opponents with their ultimate, especially if they're in the middle of it. It's just a good time. Juggernaut, you guys already know, he's the beast. Great defensive unit as well. Charges ultimate very, very fast. Great damage output, no complaints. Doctor Strange, again, to me he's tied with Invisible Woman with the best supportive character in game. I'll give him, again, if you equip him with the what's it called, what's it, Crimson, some kind of cube, I forget, the Cosmic Cube, whatever it's called, and I forget which highlight, but it's a whole bunch of ultimate manipulation and skill manipulation. It's just out of the wazoo. But yeah, his support is fantastic. So again, these are the 5 characters that I stick on SS. I don't think I'm gonna change it, but that doesn't mean these guys below are bad or not deserving. Again, it's very subjective, but that's how we're doing it. Okay, moving on to the S tier now. Okay, so Thor. Initially, I thought he was just decent and he wasn't that good. But honestly, he has helped me through a lot of content. I think the problem is, even though his damage output is good, he mainly, in my opinion, he does excel at missions where there's a lot of enemies that are on field, right? So let's say you're fighting dragon armor and you have to fight those armor minions. Having him on the field, he'll just disrupt the whole army. If you're doing a challenge mode and there's a bunch of enemies on field, he'll disrupt that again. No problem. He's that guy. As long as he uses buff move first, you have no problems. And also, his ultimate, fantastic too. I will say his defense is kind of on the weaker side. He is kind of squishy, but other than that, you're gonna have a good time with him. Iron Man, high damage output, similar to Scarlet Witch. They do things, right? They're them. They're honestly them. I have no complaints with Iron Man whatsoever. This is also just in terms of usage and who I enjoy using more. I think Iron Man, again, he's fantastic. He's a great option to use, 100%. And even in some other content, you do need to use him if you have him. But yeah, in some other content, he's the go-to. But again, me personally, Scarlet Witch is just better in my opinion. But again, there are some if you need an AOE guy, he's also your guy for that. Next up is Emma Frost. Now, honestly, no complaints. I think, again, she's made the way she was. The only thing that holds her back is, of course, is extra dupes. And you can't say that for any other character, like I always say. But I think with her is more evident because it's the rest of her kit, like I said earlier, it's kind of just let's just left in, her needing extra dupes, right? But stand alone, off to the side, she's still obviously really good. I got one dupe into her. I think I don't know which side I gave it to, but she heals her whole team instead of just one character from, it might be called Mind Flayer or something, I forget the name, but yeah, great ability to put it into, no complaints. Mr. Fantastic. Now, even though I don't have the unit myself, I tried him out on multiple occasions with the limited time story event and the tryout mode. From judging his kit and breaking him down and things like that, I will say he's S. However, it might be because of the team he's he did good with that trial team with Moon Knight and Misty Knight. That was a decent team, but using him with Fantastic Four made him look so much better. Him applying stun when he goes into his ball form, he can pull enemies toward him, which can actually really help you if you're in a pickle and you can't reach certain enemies to beat the mission. That's also really good. He also buffs up ultimate damage output too, similar to Invisible Woman, but the only difference is he does it off his ultimate and she does it off of a skill. So again, it's a fantastic thing, pun intended. Say that again. But yeah, he's just S for me. Again, he's not a bad option to use if you don't have a fighter character, a legendary fighter character to be specific. He's a great option to use. If you want to run the Fantastic Four, you absolutely can. But yeah, no, to me, he's here. Again, not in order. If I could just summon for him and get him, but I don't need to, because he'll obviously be added back to the basic pool when it recycles and just refreshes. So I don't have to rush and get him. But his pity is right. I have 70 more pulls. I could just do it, but we'll have to see. Next up is the A tier. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna go through because mostly they're self-explanatory. So I'm not gonna go through the whole list because there's a lot of characters. But since these two are the newcomers, I will go through them very thoroughly. I'll go through them very I guess quickly and promptly, but also like kind of thorough. So the thing, initially I thought he was meh, but no. This thing be thinking, bro. His damage output is nuts, especially with his ultimate like boosted up fully, like with, you know, let's say with Miss Woman and Mr. Fantastic. Dude, it does so much damage. It does so much damage. It's nuts, and it hits multiple opponents too on the field, which is like also crazy. He also has taunt with himself, and he does a good. He does have a good skill that does damage to the enemy. I get no complaints with the thing at all, like none at all. It's just like, again, with what, you know, these two defensive characters provide, I'd rather go with them. But if I would like to run a Fantastic Four team, I would obviously stick the thing on because he's really good. Similar to Johnny Storm. The only difference is that he is a, you know, striker character, so he does focus on range attacks. Him buffing up himself to gain his ultimate faster is a fantastic thing. Him also being able to create like an AoE ring of fire to affect the enemies and have them take burn damage, great thing too. Again, great units, no complaints whatsoever. I think Johnny is kind of squishy a little bit, but like, again, it's totally fine. You can stick on some defensive buffs for them and equipment, and you honestly won't be bad at all, right? So yeah, honestly, no complaints with these two. Psylocke, self-explanatory. She's honestly already good in of herself. She's good with a multitude of missions. Again, I do think she's also kind of squishy too, but it's no problem. Sentry is interesting because I don't think he fell off per se. I just think that since new units got added, old units aren't going to get as much love as they are, you know, before, which it's inevitable. It's going to happen, right? But like, hey, he has good damage output off his ultimate, you know what I mean? He's not a bad defensive character. I have no complaints with him either. Dream Queen is someone I slept on, I will say. At first I liked her, then afterwards I kind of thought she fell off because, again, more units came in. But like, if you don't have certain characters, these characters will do. That's the thing. Like, make sure you know that, because you don't know when like a new, again, like the content update is coming, right? You don't know when these characters are going to come in clutch, right? And Dream Queen has great mana manipulation part of her kit, so do not like do not look that aside at all. Like, that's a very powerful mechanic that she has. Hulk, great defensive option, good AoE, good damage output, fantastic unit. Echo, man, beast, literal beast. Her being able to copy, I guess, the highest damage output from the highest damage dealing character on her team is a great move. Like, that's a great thing to have part of a kit. I would just say though, like, she kind of does like not suffer the same fate, but she has the same thing where like she does feel she's not built up the greatest defensively, so like she might not die off quickly, but like you will start to see your health go down in a good instant. But it's not bad, right? Lady Bullseye, crit queen, she just does her thing, man. Storm is an iffy and tricky one because she's not bad, but her damage output isn't great, but her AoE is good. Is very weird. She's like at a very like 50-50 state. Like she's good in instances, but you need to like build her up, get her highlights to the artifacts. You need those things to be added to her so she can like have the full like maximum potential part of her kit, right? But again, the problem is though, you might not have that. Like, I only have 3 legendary artifacts as of this recording. Like, it's so hard to get legendary artifacts. It's nuts. I did figure out the quote-unquote strat, but I don't know if they nerfed it. It's like you have to skip the stage one at a time instead of just doing multiple. I got 2 artifacts that way, but like it's still like anyways, yeah. Again, Storm, again, good character. I don't think she's perfect, but you know, she does have good things. Armor, my GOAT, defensive queen. Simple as that. She's the queen. I will say though, I think she is much better when she has dupes into her. Like, she can provide, you know, shields for her teammates when she has extra dupes, and you put them into, you know, her Soul Saga. Like, it's just a fantastic thing to have. Like, what can I say? Armor costume win. That's what I want to say. Next up, Misty Knight, high output of damage, especially with her ultimate. Her freezing AoE move does good damage too. No complaints with her. Spider-Man, now it's so weird with him, right? It's so weird because I do see people like when it comes to like the leaderboards for certain missions, like they use their Spider-Man, like he's up there, he's on there, he's leveled up and everything. But I think not the problem is, but like you can see the gap between like the high skill Spider-Man players, well, not skill, let's just say the high equipped Spider-Man players between the low ones. My Spider-Man, he doesn't have his highlight, his like his actual character highlight. He doesn't have that. I don't have, you know, artifacts to give him, so it's like he kind of just sits there in the, like he just sits there, you know what I mean? He's not bad, but like he's just there. He's collecting dust now because, you know what I mean? Like I have other options. Not to say he's bad. His follow up with Lady Bullseye, yeah, well, yeah, I guess it could be Lady Bullseye, but I usually put him with like Echo and like Psylocke because their follow ups just be, oh my gosh, it's just so good. But like, you know what I mean? Like you'll know which Spider-Man is better from the equips, because his equips, it just makes him like another character. Same thing with like Captain America. I mean, you don't need his highlight, but like it just makes him much better. So yeah, Spider-Man, again, I think he's A tier. Again, he's not the greatest option, but you're not really gonna lose a lot from using him, you know what I mean? Like either way, like if you want to use him, you can. It's a subjective thing, but me personally, I don't need to use him, but like he's cool. Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, I will say, with their highlight, makes things a lot more easier. They're honestly pretty cool. I like the things that they're able to provide to a part of the team, and the fact that you're actually able to, you know, use the two characters in their own way, I do think also helps the battle too. I just do kind of wish that, you know, Devil Dinosaur wasn't that squishy, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, moving on to the B tier. Now, it's interesting with these guys. It's interesting because there are some of them, like, I'll say Sleepwalker, like he's good. He's good, but again, it's like I got other, you know, controller characters, and it's not, again, he's not bad, but it's just like I got others, right? He does provide, you know, healing buffs. I think it's an attack up buff, part of his kit too, so like not mad at that at all. Has good AoE damage from his ultimate. But again, like I have better options, you know, like why? No disrespect to him, but like why would I use him if I got an Invisible Woman, you know what I mean? Like or Doctor Strange, you know, like these are two powerhouses of units. Why would I want to use him if he you know what I mean? So I think they're probably trying to find a way to like implement, you know, ways to use these characters that, you know, don't get much light of day, which is actually a good thing. But you know, it's kind of sad that he's just, you know, like he's all right, but that's just all he is. All right. Thread, he's all right. He's Thread. I do like that he's able to, you know, put in summons. His summons actually help out a lot in certain missions, because you can just keep on going and going and going. It's really cool. Yeah, he's Thread. Like I don't really see much use of him, but like in some content, you know, he's good. Angela, I just don't think she's like, out of every defensive character, I just think that she's just at the bottom per se. Not to say she's bad, but again, she's not terrible. Like she can pull enemies in toward her. She has damage reduction. You know, I don't mind those things. But again, it's like out of all the defensive characters, it's just like she's all right. You know, Doppelganger, good dashing, good damage output. You know, but that's about it. That's about it. Moon Knight next. He has good healing from his ultimate and attack up buffs. But like I don't use him like that. Like he's cool, but you know, like I just don't need to use him. You know, I have other fighter character options if I want to use him. Again, he's okay. You know, like I don't have to use it. But I think honestly, by now, well, everyone has a legendary character, but like I feel like by now maybe you should at least have your own fighter legendary character. I mean, hey, you might have gotten shafted. I don't know, but like I think at least, maybe not even legendary, but like I think at least you have a better option for a fighter character than Mr. Knight, and there's nothing wrong with that, because again, you get the thing for free, you get Johnny Storm for free, you get Psylocke for free. Like you like use her, in my opinion. Like you have a much better time. But yeah, again, it's not terrible. It's not just dog water, but like, you know, yeah, he's just all right. And Falcon, yeah, he's like a, you know, like you don't have to use him. I don't really see the need to as to why, but you know, he's there. Again, like he does things that are good in a support way, and you know, he does have range capabilities which are cool, but other than that, that's about it. He don't got much about him, and it sucks, but like, it is what it is. Maybe he just needs more from his kid. I have to, you know, I have to go back and actually read him, because he's a character that I actually forget, but like, what's the point? Because I swear no one uses him. It's like, whenever I pull him in the summons, I'm like, why are you giving this to me? This is nothing. I'm insulted for you even giving this to me. I would rather take Angela. No disrespect to Angela, of course, but like, I'd rather that. But that is it for all of the characters in game currently. Loki is set to drop sometime soon. We don't know when. It could be either the start of August or mid-August. We don't know, because you know, Mr. Fantastic still is in the summoning shop, and I don't know if they're gonna have 3 featured banners up at the beginning of August. That Loki be kind of crazy, but guess see what I did there? Let's say that again. I'm sorry, I'm going through it today. But yeah, I don't know if they would do that, but yeah, who knows, right? So I guess stay tuned for the August tier list video, which will come at the end of the month too, because I gotta, you know, we gotta rate them at the end, because don't get me wrong, the middle makes sense, but like with more characters being, you know, added, it doesn't really make sense for me, at least, to like just do it in the middle of the month and not to do it again at the end of the month. Like yeah, I don't know, we'll see, but I think it's gonna be like an end of the month kind of thing. But might want to stream it too, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think of this tier list. If you guys disagree, let me know why in the comment section below, and where would you rank these characters as well. As long as Invisible Woman is in your top, I won't be mad. I won't be mad. But if she's below, I'm coming for you. Joking. So with that being said, my name is LC. Have a fantastic day. God bless, and I'll catch you all in the next Marvel Mystic Mayhem video.